Good morning, everybody. I'm hoping a few more people will join on in the next few minutes. In the meantime, I'll turn the music off. Where is my screen? There we go. Awesome. Okay. So this is going to be a crash course in public speaking. It'll last just a few minutes, especially if I'm the only one here, but I wanted to take some time to tell you from the very beginning of the course some really easy things that you can do to help yourself feel prepared and comfortable to speak. Calm 210 does a wonderful job preparing you to use PowerPoint. It also gives you some great tips and look into how to relate to your audience, things that you can use to grab their attention, to keep them with you. But I want you to have some tools at the very beginning that will help you to feel more comfortable and that will also help you to alleviate the stress that you might feel. So who gets nervous when they have to speak? I get nervous still, and all that energy kind of gets bound up. So the first thing that you want to think about is, how can I release that energy? How can I help myself not feel tongue-tied? So some simple breathing is a great thing you can do at the outset to keep you from feeling that way. So you just take a breath in and just breathe out. So maybe you can try that with me. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Next, did you know that your tongue and your mouth is a muscle and your face has muscles all through it? So you can actually warm up your face. I know it's going to feel really silly, but you can warm up your face and you can warm up your mouth to help you be able to speak. So first, you could start by saying the ABCs, but elongating them. So, okay, so just bear with me. It's going to look really funny, but you can just do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So you wouldn't really do that in public, but you could go into the bathroom. Listen to me. The bathroom at a speaking event is your very best friend. Have you ever seen, what is the movie? There's a movie where a lady has a snowball in her purse and she goes and she sits in the bathroom stall and she shoves it in her mouth and is like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Now, I'm not advocating that you go shove food in your mouth, but the bathroom can be a very private place where you can go and collect yourself. You can do this breathing, you can say your ABCs, you can also do lip trills. This is where you blow air through your lips. Do you feel like you're in theater class right now? Blow air through your lips. You can also blow air through your tongue. You can add noise to it to warm up your voice. You can go from high to low. You can go from low to high. And all of this, believe it or not, is not only benefiting you in warming up your vocal cords and warming up your face and your tongue, it's also releasing energy. And that nervous energy is really good because A, it shows that you care. And B, it's your body sending a message to yourself to calm down. Those adrenaline spikes you get, that's hormone or chemical that your body is sending to yourself from your brain, telling you to calm down, that it's okay. So you have to be able to release that somehow, and that's what does that. So there's a few things you can do just physically to help prepare yourself to speak. Okay, next, and this is probably the most important adage I can give you, is to tell your audience what you're going to tell them, and then remind them what you told them. It's a three-prong approach to help you organize your thoughts and to also help you do a thing called signposting when you're speaking. So, for example, hi, my name is Kim Ware, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today to teach you about public speaking. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to release energy and not be so nervous. I'm going to teach you about signposting, and then I'm going to teach you how to conclude your presentation. See that? So I've already done one of the things. I've taught you how to release energy. Now I'm going to teach you about signposting. So when you have to give a talk, think about maybe the first, well, not really first, but think about the 2 to 3 points that you really want to share with your audience. You're going to tell them that in the beginning. So they've already heard it one time, and they're going to be listening for it about what you're going to say. And it also reminds you, if you find yourself going off on a tangent, just bring yourself back and say, so that was my first point. Second, there's my signpost. Second, I'm going to tell you about XYZ. And then you can continue through that. Again, run off on a tangent. You know your 3 points. You've told your audience your 3 points. Then you're going to come back to them and say, okay, third, I'm going to tell you about this. Finish telling them about it. This is also really important because people have about an 18-minute attention span. About every 18 minutes, people wander off. It's a part of being human. Your mind starts to go in different directions. It can be very hard to stay focused. So it's a gentle way for you to remind your audience that they're here with you, and that they're listening to you, and to help you remember what it is that you're talking about so that you don't feel lost, because that can be one of the worst feelings, is to feel lost in your conversation. And this is a great tool to help keep you from feeling lost. So then you wrap it up, you tell them their third point, and then you summarize it for them. This is your take-home advice. You say, okay, so today we've talked about these 3 really important things. I've told you about how to release energy. I've told you how to signpost. And I've told you how to wrap up your presentation, which is actually what I'm doing right now. To wrap up your presentation, you remind them those 3 things, and then you can end one of 2 ways. You can give them a take-home. It's called a clincher. You can give them an action step to do with the information that you've given them, or you can just open it up for questions. And we can talk a little bit more about how to field questions later on in the course if that's something that your class or you are interested in. I can talk with you individually, or we can talk about it collectively in this live event experience. Whatever you want, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. So an action step might be, for me, giving you this talk, I could say, okay, now I want you for the next assignment, which could be assignment, I think, number 3, where you put together a presentation about how to give a PowerPoint presentation, which is actually the nuts and bolts. You would start your talk by saying, hi, my name is Kim, and today I'm going to show you how to walk through a PowerPoint presentation. Specifically, I'm going to talk to you about simplicity. Next, I'm going to talk to you about your photo choice. And third, I'm going to talk to you about design with your colors. So you see how I did that? There's the 3 things. You're going to go through your presentation, and then you're going to say, there you have it. I've talked to you about simplicity. I've talked to you about photo selection, and we've talked a lot about color designs. Now, what are you waiting for? Go out and make a presentation. See? Action step. Or I could say, does anyone have any questions? I'd be happy to answer for you a few questions. And then you thank them for their time. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you being here today. So there you have it. I'm looking at my clock. It is 10:24, which means there's less than 10 minutes I've spoken at you. See, crash course. If anyone has any questions, just let me know. I may have spoken fast because I'm pretty excited about this topic, and I want the best for you. I want you to leave this class feeling like you could go speak. And I have another talk that I put up where I talk about, you know, a lot of times it's unlikely you're going to be asked to go speak anywhere or to anyone you don't already have a knowledge base. no one would ask me to go give a presentation on chemistry because I don't know anything about chemistry. But I do know communication, and I really, really like it, and I enjoy learning about it. So just hit me up with any questions you have, and I hope that you have enjoyed this crash course. Thanks, guys. Bye.